Hi friends, welcome to Raghu Cloud Tech channel. In the previous session, we have seen create a virtual machine directly on ESXi. Second method cloning, third method template. So in this session, we'll see OVF and P2V V2V. Okay, we'll see first OVF. Okay, deploy a virtual machine from OVF. Okay, OVF is nothing but Open Virtual Format. It is an open standard developed by the Distributed Management Task Force (DMTF) for packaging and distributing software to run a virtual missions. It is not a single file type but an entire package designed to provide a portable, secure, and efficient way to move virtual appliances onto and between different virtualization platforms, including VMware. Okay. So OVF nothing like open virtual format. It includes like configuration files, hard disk VMDK files, OVF files. All files will be there in that. Okay. It is like ready-made VM. Okay. So whatever is there, everything will come like client wants to install any business application. For example, if you see SAP application, it is not so easy to install SAP application. If anything wrong in that configuration, output will not show, output will not come. Okay, so that's the reason they'll go for this cloning and OVF. Like if it is in same vCenter, for example, I'll go to lab now. So if it is in this is one vCenter, our vCenter, that's client want this SAP virtual machine. If we are already having that virtual machine in this vCenter, we can go for cloning option. Okay. If it is in same vCenter, we can clone. So we can use VM with the cloning option. What if it is in a different region or different other places? Okay. If it is not in same vCenter, different network. Okay. Like application team, they want same VM means what they will do is they will share uh, OVF files to download that link they will share. So through that link we can download that VM files and we can create a virtual machine with the help of that files. Okay, we can extract that files and we can while deploying virtual machine we need to choose the OVF option. Okay, we'll see image. I'll go this. Okay, deploy a virtual machine from OVF. It's a ready-made VM. Okay, so where it will use so for example, some other reason one VM is there. That files we need to get it download to our local system. So what they will do is application team they will get that link their team for example other team some other reasons US team that VM we want in India. So what they will do is that particular VM, they will export that files. Okay, select that VM and export that files, and they will put that files into one path. So that location link they will share to us to download the export that VM files. Okay, like real time, no, there are vendors where they will sell this ready-made VMs like this. Okay, even VMware also they will sell this ready-made VM. Cisco, SAP, Oracle, there are multiple vendors. If we want any this critical application configured ready-made VM, we can reach to vendors. If we pay money, then they will share that file link, and once you click, it will ask some username, pass something, the details they will provide us. So once we pay, they'll give the details. Once we get that link, we can download to the our local path. Okay. So once you download, then you can choose that files to deploy a virtual machine. So exact like that a business application, whatever you are thinking, like SAP, anything critical business, everything it will come. We no need to configure anything. Okay, everything it will come with that files. Okay, first how to export any VM, like we'll see that option. If you want to export any VM, like assume that we are in US region, we are giving that files to India team. So first US team, what they need to do is they need to power up that particular virtual machine, right click, go to template option, export to OVF option, select that option, click OK. Once you choose, it will export that VM related file to their system. Okay, first we'll see that method, that step. Okay, how to export VM, like OVF. Go to lab. Okay, so for example, I want this tiny Linux VM on India region. Okay, so now I will export this thing. So as I said, if it is in power off state, we will not get the option. So we have to power off this virtual machine. Let me show that. So it's in powered on state. We'll see whether option will come or not. Go to template option. See export OVF template. This degraded option. So what we need to do is we have to power off that option. Okay, that VM. Sorry, power off this virtual machine. Now, now if you see, you will get the option. Select that VM. Go to template option, convert to template and export OVF template. We want here is export OVF template. We want these VM files to export. Click this template option, export OVF template option. Okay. So it will ask for path where you want to save this export files. Okay. So it will be downloaded in like download path. We'll see. Yeah. So it's in download, like click on save one by one, it will save there. Okay. OVF, BMDK, NVRAM. Okay. If you see, it will be in a download folder. Okay. So now what they have done is US team, they have powered up that virtual machine. They have exported that files to their local system. Okay. Now what they will do is they will keep that files in a link, like Google or something example. So if it is in Google Drive, what we need to do, we need to give permission to other person to download whom that file want to download. If you provide permission, then he can download. Like that, they will put in that files in a link. So that link we will get from application team. They will share URL to download the OVF files. So we can extract that files. Okay. So assume that we got link we have downloaded. So we have kept in that files in our local system. So assume that here we are doing both, we are doing no, export and deploying both we are doing. Don't be confused. Okay. We don't have any other option. That's the reason both export OVF template exporting also we are doing. So with that files deploying VM also we are doing. Assume that US team exported that link we got from application team. We have downloaded to our local system download folder. So with that files, we need to deploy a virtual machine. First, we'll see the steps, then we will go for practical. Okay. Now, so we US team they have exported Power of VM, right click templates, export OVF. Then we got link we have downloaded to our local system. That files with us now. Our in our local path we have that files. Okay, with that files how to deploy a virtual machine, we'll see now. Okay, deploy VM from OVF. Okay, right click on ESXi, in which ESXi host you want to deploy that OVF VM. Choose that ESXi, right click, deploy VM from OVF template. We have to choose this option. Deploy a VM from OVF template. Then select URL or local path. If you choose URL here, then it will take each and every time it has to download from that link through internet. It will take time. If it is having local path, no, it will be fast. We need to upload that files. Okay, both option any. Normally we will go for local path only. We will be downloaded one time, then we'll keep in common path. So while deploying VM from that OVF template, we will choose the local path and I will upload that files. Okay, then ESXi data store next. Okay, we will go for practical now. Go to lab. No, so this VM we can power on. Okay, okay. Now I want to create a virtual machine, that OVF files template virtual machine on ESXi1. Okay, right click, deploy OVF template. Here, if you want, uh, you can give the URL link here. If you want to give link, you can give URL link, or you have downloaded already. Okay, you can go for local file. Okay, here, if you choose this local file option, we have to upload that files, which is we have downloaded from that link. Okay, upload files. These all files. Okay, click on open. See, 4 files I have uploaded. Click on next. Then we have to provide a name for that virtual machine. Okay, I'll give OVF VM, just testing purpose. Okay, OVF VM. Okay, next. So I have selected and right clicked on host one, right? Default it is selected. If you want to choose, like, so mindset change, I want to create an host two. If you want, you can change here, no issues. Okay, but resource must be free available, like memory CPU free must be there. Okay, free space like memory, free CPU must be there on that host. Next, next. So select the storage for that VM. Okay, DSI SCSI 01. So 57 GB free space is there. Real time it will be like in TB, more will be there. For practice session, no, we have less, no issues. We can create. Next, same like how, like, while creating, while doing cloning, whatever data is there in source VM, everything is come like that. Also here, same whatever data is there in that US VM, same files we have downloaded in India, right? With that files only we are deploying VM. So same data will come here also. Okay, no need to configure business application, install configuration, install OS, everything whatever is there in US VM, everything will come to our India vCenter. Okay, so done. Deploy OVF template completed. Select this VM, power on. So right click, go to power option and power on, or click this icon, or go to action. Any way you can. Okay, this is how we can deploy a virtual machine from OVF template. Okay, so if it is in same vCenter, we can do cloning option. Okay, but we are in India vCenter, VM is in US vCenter. We cannot do cloning different vCenters. Okay, over internet we cannot do a cloning. So cloning is not possible. That's the reason we have to choose OVF option. Okay, so nowadays real time, um, normally use the most of the time we will use this method OVF. Okay, most of the cases, but still based on client request, we can use the options like directly on SXA or cloning template OVF, all based on client request only. How they are requesting, like that we need to process. Okay, this is now our job is done. So VM created. Got it? Okay. So now we'll see the fifth method, P2V, physical to virtual. So purpose, why we need to do physical to virtual? To get virtualization benefits. So how to do physical to virtual? For example, this laptop, I have this laptop, no, I can convert this laptop to virtual machine. Then how? What is the tool we are using means VMware standalone converter. Okay, with the help of this tool, we can convert this laptop like this any physical server we can convert to virtual machine. Why we need to convert? Purpose is to get virtualization benefits. Very, very important. In interview, 100% they may ask you. 100% interview question. Okay. They will ask you have knowledge on this or you worked on this. Okay. If you say like I didn't work, like I have knowledge on this, more than enough. Okay. Definitely they'll ask. Okay. So I have downloaded this software VMware standalone converter. We'll install this one in laptop. We'll try to do P2V. Okay, physical to virtual. So this is the VMware converter. I'll try to install the software in this laptop. Okay, next, agree, next, next, local installation. So assume that wherever you want, you can like client server installation also you can do or local. So if you want to convert this mission or from here installing here and converting remote system also you can do like physical to virtual, but that mission should be in the same network, should be accessible. Okay, so I'll install in this local mission. Okay, I don't want to join the VMware customer experience. Install, let it be installed. Meanwhile we will do this thing. So first we need to do pre-checks before converting physical to virtual. There are some pre-checks. Okay, we need to do that pre-checks. First, minimum 300 MB free space on any disk to install converter. So just now we have tried to install that software. No? To install that software, C drive, D drive, any drive and physical server where you are installing. So free space must be 300 MB to successfully install that software. Okay. So ports 80443 and 902 should be allowed between source and destination, like from here to vCenter, like this is physical, the vCenter SXA host communication. We need to enable these ports. We can ask network team to enable these ports from here to there. 80 means HTTP 443 HTTPS, and 902 should be allowed between source and destination. Okay, next. Backup schedule time should be skipped. In real time, physical servers or any virtual servers, there will be backup on non-business hours. Like India time, business times is daytime morning 8 or 9 to evening 5 or 6. Non-business hours means uh, after 3 a.m. Like that, we will schedule the backup for that server. Yesterday, whatever done the task, everything should be backed up. Like that, they will schedule the time for backup. So while converting even this, if you want to convert physical mission to virtual, we will take a downtime. So that time we need to inform them to skip the backup schedule. Okay, because backup also happening, we are converting this physical to virtual. There will be disturbance, time taking. It will take more time. So to avoid that kind of things, so we will skip the backup. Fourth option, any antivirus schedule should be skipped. So for physical servers, always antivirus will be installed and to secure that server, protect that server from attacks or something. Okay, so that antivirus scanning should be skipped. Okay, so then fifth step, we will check like total disk space. Okay, like C drive, D drive, how many drives are there. So how much we provided, like what is the used on that and what is free. Like 1 TB we have assigned to that VM. Used how much? 100 GB. How much free? 900 GB. So we can give this thing. Okay. So we can check this thing. Mm, Sixth option, perform disk defragmentation. So if you perform this disk defragmentation, it will arrange the file in a proper way. Okay. So we need to perform this. Seventh one, any requirements to reduce disk space, RAM, CPU. So in physical server, there might be hues. So if you want to reduce, you can reduce. Okay. Any modify something you can. Okay. Then eighth, server will not be available during this migration. So when you are doing this migration from physical to virtual, server will not be available. So we have to inform to all teams when you are take creating CRQ change request. We have to inform and you have to include all teams like application team, storage team, backup team, network team, VMware team, Windows team, all teams we need to inform each and everyone. So during this period, migration time, this server will not be available. Okay. Now, ninth step, need admin credential on source mission. So if you want to convert this mission to virtual mission, we want this mission admin credential. So administrator username and password. Okay. Then 10th step, need admin credential and destination, vCenter or ESXi root password. So where we are going to save this physical server data, conversion data in location. That also we need vCenter or ESXi. Okay. Admin credential, root credential. Okay. These are the pre-checks. If everything okay, then we can go for conversion process. Okay, we'll see conversion steps. So we need to install the VMware standalone converter on the source physical machine. Okay, run the converter. Once you run that converter, it will ask the source machine IP or name, which machine you are going to convert physical to virtual. Okay, then it will ask for destination, where you are going to save this data, this image. Okay, enter destination vCenter or ESXi credential. Fourth one, if applicable, modify the disk space. Depends on answer to the step 7 in pre-checks. Pre-checks, we have mentioned here any requirement to reduce disk space, RAM, CPU. If applicable, modify the disk space. Depends on answer to the step 7 in the pre-checks. Then do not change any other options. Okay, click on finish. We'll see now whether that application installed or not. Okay, in the end, I will show you this one conversion process steps. Okay, once conversion done, then post migration steps on virtual machine. Okay. Once physical machine converted to virtual machine, then we need to do post migration steps on virtual machine. So first we need to disable the Nikon virtual machine. So disable Nikon on virtual machine. Like how we will disable? VM right click, edit settings. So Nikon, if you deselect this option, it will be disable mode. Okay, particular VM. Got it? So disable the NIC card, interface card on VM. Now power on the virtual machine and log in the local admin credentials. So we need to power on that virtual machine and log in with local admin credentials. So third step, show hidden devices from the device manager and uninstall the physical NIC drivers. Okay. So because when we have done from physical to virtual, that same drivers, physical drivers all will come to the virtual machine, which will not support in vCenter, like ESXi host, it will not support that thing. So that physical NIC drivers we need to uninstall. Okay, from the command line, open run as administrator, enter this command, full command, set dev mgr underscore show underscore non-present underscore devices equal to 1. Okay, then hit enter. What it will do is it will display, it will uninstall the non-present, like physical NIC drivers, it will uninstall automatically. Once it's uninstall physical drivers on a virtual machine, for that virtual machine we need to install drivers. Here we will call VMware tools. Upcoming session I'll explain like what is VMware virtual machine drivers. Okay, that's called VMware tools. So next session I'll explain what is that. As of now, we will see this. Install VMware tools. For this virtual machine, we need to install drivers. That is called VMware tools like display drivers, sound drivers, network drivers. Okay, all we need to install. Okay, once VMware tools done, then we need to assign the IP address because same IP it will come to virtual machine where the physical machine having IP, same IP will come. So we need to change the IP address. So we have to assign IP address to this virtual machine. Okay. Then once assigned IP address to this virtual machine, power of the physical server. So for example, this laptop I have converted to virtual machine. Now VM I have assigned IP address, so I will power off this physical server. Okay. Then once power of this physical server, enable the NIC card on the virtual machine. So we have disabled NIC card on this VM. So we have OVF VM. So we need to enable now. Right click, go to edit settings on that VM. So go to edit setting of that VM, go to network adapter option, just select this option. That means we are enabling the NIC card. Click OK. Okay. Got it? Enable the NIC card. First, we need to check like pre-checks we need to do. First, once all pre-checks done successful, then we'll go for conversion. Once conversion done, then we will go for post migration steps on virtual machine. Got it? So this is the way we can create a physical computer to virtual computer. Everything we'll copy it to the virtual machine. Okay, everything will be copied into the virtual machine. So after that, business will run from this virtual machine. Okay, so some days they'll keep physical server it will be in power off state. So like 1 month or something, 15 days, 1 month, they will check everything is okay. Then demolish the physical server. Until that physical server will be power off state. It will be connected on the network. Like because if anything goes wrong in a virtual machine, immediately they will power on that physical server, and they will run the business from there. So if there is no issue, everything fine with virtual machine, everything working as like physical server, no issues, then they will run business from this virtual machine. Okay. So if it is like until 80 to 85 90%, if it is process completed, then no need to do again conversion process. Just we need to install operating system CD DVD to recover the OS files. Okay. Because everything data will be copied, there will be like OS files may be corrupted or something. That file it is not couldn't collect that files. That's the reason it may get fail on 85 90%. So if you insert, then you can repair the operating system with that CD DVD. Okay. Or if it is fail in 10 15 20 30%, before 80%, if there is any chance to fail, we need to run from beginning only. Okay, because until 70 80% it will be copy all the data. So after that it will be copied everything, so just it is recollecting OS files. That's the reason we can repair OS from CD DVD. Before it failed or something, then again we need to start process from beginning. Okay. Thank you. We will like, I will show this thing like, practical lab. So conversion process with the standalone converter. How to convert physical machine to virtual machine. Okay.